This is Yorkshire Television in colour.
Want something fresh?
Here is a box, a musical box. Can you guess what is in it today?
My name is Sam Tyler. I had an accident and I woke up in 1973. Am I mad, in a coma, or back in time? Whatever's happened, it's like I've landed on a different planet. Now maybe if I can work out the reason, I can get home.
Yeah, baby! Yeah. Supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a dinner party and I seem to have run out of coffee.
You can be anything you want to be there.
You can see anything you want to see there.
There's excitement in the air for you and me there. Fancy free there. Take your family there. But you've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. You'll be what you want to be. See what you want to see. 7 holes the key there. Be there. Got to be there. Just you and me there.
You just got to
be there.
to be there. Be there. The time is now. Be there.
You've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. You'll be what you want to be. See what you want to see. There'll be you and me there. Be there.
Hello customers, it's nearly 6 o'clock. Pack up and piss off.
Hey everybody.
We're back on. I pressed the wrong buttons. It's been a rush trying to get this ready. So
Been a busy day, haven't we, dolls?
we have.
Getting ready for our quiz tomorrow night, which is a live event we're doing.
Yeah.
Just around the corner at the wonderful House of S&M.
Yes, we've been there this afternoon.
Doing a sound check. Well, I spoke into a microphone and had a bottle of beer.
And then the boys took us out for a little meal, which was lovely of them.
And then we met some staff at the SJT, didn't we?
Yeah, and we've penciled in some dates in the diary. So it looks like lots of stuff is happening, which is exciting. But we can't tell you about it.
No, it's not confirmed yet.
Yeah, we just don't want to tell you until everything's
Well, if we
confirmed.
tell you, then if you book tickets and stuff, and then it doesn't happen, we'll be ever so very sorry.
But we were looking into dates into 2024, weren't we?
Yes.
So we'll do a little roll call. I'll rifle through who's here. So on my side of the screen, so in YouTube world, we have Chums fan 1243 came through the door straight away. Tracy 30 and Mad Aberfan all came in. Hello, darling, says Mad Aberfan. Claire B80 comes in waving hi, and then it's just Dave. So it's just Dave who's been in P-Town in America.
Still on his hollybobs.
I don't know if he's still on his hollybobs, but hello to Dave. Leslie Ann Lynch is in. Kim Peterson came in straight away. So Kim and Jens with their Portuguese slugs. Hugh Bonnet, hey. Andrew Chapman, quick hello because he's at work. Shh, Andrew's at work. Mr. Venus and the lovely Will Venus have arrived. Will Venus's latest makeup tutorial on YouTube is Tanya Turner. Tanya Turner, played by Zoe Lucker.
That's the one.
On Footballers' Wives. Which
she was their inspiration for the makeup, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna follow that for Brandy Cobbler's makeup tomorrow night. So I'm looking forward to watching that. Alan's already watched it. I've delved in a little bit. Hello, you lovely people, says Nibbles and Bubbles. I know on good authority it is just Bubbles. Nibbles is at work.
But he may pop in on his break.
Joshua Spencer is in sunny Birmingham. Had a lovely day out and just getting ready in his hotel now before a meal out. And Joshua was in Cadbury World, I think, today. And
who should he see?
Who should he see but Cilla Black, who became the face of Cadbury's in 1977.
So, I don't know whether you remember that, Cilla.
It all links back to Cilla Black. It's crazy how she's become like our patron saint.
And now we found out we promoted the chocolate that we all love.
Yeah, she's the Cadbury's lady, Dairy Milk Girl. And there she is. Cilla Black OBE came in straight away after it's Joshua and it's just Dave. Seven Network is here. Anyone else that I'm missing out? Lots of hellos to everyone. BG Bear is in. Hello, my love. Darren B is in. Darren Bramley. He's good evening, all. Can you see it?
And I think Mrs. B is in New York.
Yeah, Mrs. Bramley's in New York.
She's in New York.
That's a nice long haul to get, isn't it?
Yeah.
NYC. Coral Daft is in. Hello,
Coral and Paul.
Stuart Cahoon.
Stuart Cahoon. We think you know a criminal by the name of Gene Carter.
Stuart Cahoon goes straight to isolation. Stuart Cahoon, welcome. He says, would anyone like a hot whiskey?
I wouldn't mind a hot toddy.
Is that what a hot toddy is? Hot whiskey?
Apparently, my nan and my granddad said that what you used to do is you put the poker in the fire and then pop it in a glass of whiskey. But wouldn't that just inflate? Wouldn't that just blow up?
Wouldn't that just make the glass shatter?
I don't know. You put it in the drink to heat it up.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
shatter?
It could be something made up.
Did they have an open fire?
Yeah, most people did back in the day, dolls.
Oh. Leslie Ann Lynch saying hello to everyone. Hello, Leslie. Leslie's here. Everyone's moving on my screen. Andrew Chapman wants a blood orange cider. Martin Hyde, there he is.
Hello, darling.
Look at you all. Lee Ludlow is in. Good evening from the Madhouse in sunny Lisbon. Hope you're well. Pete Potofsky is in. Pete Potofsky says hello, peeps. Now, Pete Potofsky also on his Instagram shared a picture of Cilla that he'd found in Mrs. Merton's Big Book of TV. Everything comes back to Cilla. She's everywhere at the moment.
Cilla was everywhere, dolls.
I love that Cilla's like the patron saint of the Wig and Slingback.
I'm sure Cilla is most probably going to say she did. But I bet she was on some kind of Christmas issue of Radio Times.
Wearing a Mrs. Santa outfit.
No, they all used to wear it, didn't they? The Santa, the Santa hood and cloak.
Let us know, Scylla. Were you on the cover of the Christmas TV Times? Pip is here. Pip says, "Shalom to everyone, ladies, gents, and everyone in between." Shalom, straight back
Shalom,
at you,
dolls.
Pip. Anyone that I've missed out? I don't think so. Rosie the pug. She's a pug, isn't she?
She is.
Rosie's on her back legs, standing in front of the telly watching us.
Rosie.
Rosie.
Hello, darling.
Rosie.
Oh, don't scare Rosie off.
Rosie.
Don't scare Rosie off.
Rosie loves Scylla popping up.
She just if she sees that.
Anyone else that I've missed in? Helen. Hi, Helen. Helen Beat is here.
You missed little Joel.
Joel Hazeldine is in. Hello, Joel.
You've never missed Joel. Don't miss Joel.
Anyone else that I've missed out? I think this is just now people saying hi.
Thomas from Wolverhampton.
Thomas from Wolverhampton is in.
I got straight into Amy Turtle there, Mrs. Richardson.
SG Turner is in. Paul McFarlane is in. Good evening, my gorgeous Gigglebox family.
And Helen Beat is there.
Helen Beat is in. I said hello to Helen Beat.
The Capicals are in.
Mr. Venus is saying hello as well. Pete Petowski says, "Press your buttons now, a la Marty Kane." So let's press your thumbs up, everyone.
Spaghetti Junction.
Well, there's so many messages over here. It goes by so quickly. I think I've done everyone. David C. So that's David Charles.
Who is it? From your old
from
days.
my old agency. Hello to DC, David Charles. He says, "Hello to you both. What's new, my chickadees?"
Oh, well,
we live in
if we
Scarborough.
let you-
we wear wigs for a living.
If we let you know, David, we'd be here all day, wouldn't we? Talking about what's happened since.
Honestly,
When was that time you saw him?
When did I last see David Charles?
I saw him outside a pub we were having a drink in.
I think it's like something like 2011.
We're having a drink.
Over 10 years.
Just outside London Bridge.
David Charles' little baby girls are now grown-ups, most probably living lives of their own. My dad is here. David Maudsley
Hello,
is
David
in.
and Anne.
Andy Whittle is here, and he says he loves your gig lamps, Alan.
Thank you, very glad.
That's your gogs, isn't it? Your glasses. Yeah. Diangela is in. Hiya, Diangela.
Hiya, Diangela Dolls.
Marcia Maudsley is in. Marcia and Ewan. Hello to both of you.
It's me and him.
Anita Nally is in. Hello, Anita Nally. And David Moore. Hello, David Moore. And Pauline Grant. Hello, Pauline Grant. Ross Morgan. Hello, Ross Morgan. Andy Whittle. Lots of people all popping in right at the end here.
Coming through the bloody door.
Here she is. Oh, here she is.
Oh, here she is.
You two are like a bad smell, girls.
We
I
are
said
dolls.
it. Here she is. Are you still in Poole, or have you gone back to that there London?
I think she's back in there London, isn't she?
I would imagine she's back in that there London. Caroline Ibbotson is here. I think it's all just whizzed by, so I'm sorry if I've just missed anyone out. Summer 21 is in. Here she is, has retracted a message, so I don't know what that's all about.
I bet her a mucky message.
I don't know if...
Josh Sadler.
I don't know if Scylla's answered the question about the TV Times. I might have missed it. BG Bear says Scylla was on countless TV and Radio Times covers. Josh Sadler is in. Hiya, Josh. Here she is, says, remember the sitcom called Rosie? I love that theme song. It was about a policeman and his mother.
Yes, it was. And I think the first episode was set in Scarborough.
I don't remember it. Was it ITV?
Yes, I think so.
Anyone else? I think I've just... If I've
yes,
missed
he
you
said
off.
it's filmed. Yep.
If I've missed you off, I'm sorry. David Charles says, very nice view, and it was the George pub in Southwark, 2011.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That we last saw him. So David and me were in the same agency back in the day. We used to represent each other with acting jobs, and David's a lovely chap, so it's lovely to see him here. And David played
Charles Hawtrey.
Charles Hawtrey in
Carry On.
Yeah, a TV show called, I think it was called Fantabulosa. I think. And David does a mean Kenneth Williams, but was a brilliant Charles Hawtrey as well. And I know Darren will know Fantabulosa, the TV show. Anyway, over to Alan's side of the bar, which is Facebook world.
In the Facebook snug tonight, we have Sarah Simpson's just popped in to say, hello, boys, and how's Peggy? She's fine, Sarah. Her limp is getting a lot better.
She's down there somewhere.
She's somewhere.
Let's have a look.
There she is.
Oh,
she's washing her...
Oh, no one wants to see that.
She's washing her tuppence. Sorry, Peggy. Sorry, dolls. Followed by Filippo. And I think Filippo said Duffers is in Poland.
I think, yeah, Richard Bobbin Stuffer is in Krakow.
Yes, he's popped in to say hello from Krakow. Lovely Angela Willis says good evening. Chris Gilbert says, hello, lovely guys, from Chris, Wes and Rex, the dogs in Kingscliff Village. Rosie Kinman from New Zealand.
From New Zealand? Fush and chups, Rosie Kinman.
Shush and fups. It's early there, dolls. Lovely Joe Jarvis.
I know it must be about 4 or 5 a.m, Rosie. But lovely to see you.
Mark, one of the lovely Welsh boys, says hello from a very wet and windy Wales.
Oh, Mark Hall, Yakidar. It's very wet and windy here. We're worried about Scarborough Broadband, so...
Oh, yeah. There he is, from Poland. Mr. Bobbin Stuffer.
Oh, Mr. Bobbin Stuffer, all the way from Krakow.
They're both here, but not in the same country.
No, but we bring families together.
Lovely Tom Clue says good evening all, followed by the lovely Joel. I think Joel's popped from that room to this room.
Joel is Jewel in both bars.
And then Paul's popped in to say hello. I like how they're popping in to say hello to the snug, aren't they?
Paul McFarlane said that was Peggy's OnlyFans video. Where is she now?
Let's see if she's still doing it.
No,
she's on her arms now.
You can leave it pointing down at the thing. There we go.
I like it when Paul pops in, he just goes to baby letters.
Yeah, he does. He's quiet in the Facebook bit.
Jason Rigby says, hello, my lovelies. Hello, Nigel and Neil.
Richard Bobbin Stuffer is obviously nun-spotting in Krakow because he says, his partner, Filippo, says, are you looking at any nuns today?
Yeah.
And he says, they're everywhere. I saw a nun eating McDonald's today. It's a whole new world.
They're allowed to eat McDonald's, aren't they?
They are allowed to eat McDonald's, I think. I don't know.
Nigel says it's wet and windy down in Devon.
I think Jesus made McDonald's.
He'd have loved a McDonald's.
He'd have loved a Big Mac. Hello to Nigel and Neil.
Followed by the lovely Heather Crow. And she's popped in for a drinking catch-up. Well, this is the place to be, my darling.
She says it's blowing a hail outside.
Gabrielle Chassé says hello, everyone.
From Maine. Is he in Maine? I want to say
Maine, yes.
Maine, USA.
And Mr. Bramley's in this room as well.
Oh, he's gone by tonight.
He's popped in. Lovely Jill Barron's popped in. Is she going? She's gone.
Popped in and gone.
Jill's gone. She popped in.
But closely followed by James and Jason from Worthing, who are settling into the snug for an evening. Martin Garton Spence from his hotel up in Aberdeen says, hey, my lovelies. Martin, I am going to be working in Aberdeen pretty much for the whole of June. So... if we don't meet, it's travesty.
It's a travesty.
And if I can't come and stay in that hotel, it's a double travesty.
And you want what do you want? You want room service with macaroni pies, don't you?
I do. I'll be staying at a hotel near where I'm working, which is outside of Aberdeen. But let's meet up.
And I think Darren's having a chat with the boys from Worthing because he says, "You're just down the road. I'm in Hassocks." Hassocks.
I've never heard of Hassocks.
No.
Is it near the Witterings?
Martin Garton Spencer says, love the blouses. Are they vinted? Yes, they are.
Is yours vinted as well?
Yes. This came new with tax. So like £5.
Mine,
it's a long story.
Mine came and it was stained.
So I got my Blue Magic out.
But we've fixed it now, so it's good. But anyway, I left good feedback. 2025 should be the big Isolation Creations World Tour. Oh, Gabby, we'd love to go worldwide. But we're worried that drag's banned in the USA. We'd be like Kevin Bacon.
Sonia McConaughey said, like an Irish whiskey, please.
Steve Loud, just a quickie to see you two gorgeous guys. Steve can't even stop for a small one, so Steve might have even been and gone.
I love his little smiley face and the little circle there.
Sonia McConaughey says there's a new Scylla meme going around with Scylla and some of the Corrie cast lying, laughing on a bed.
I've seen that, yes.
You'll have to... Well, she's not happy.
She didn't remember it well.
You have to send it our way, Sonia.
We've got a lovely waving hand from Jamie Wright.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie. And you, darling?
No, I've seen Jamie's
before?
face before.
Oh, he's got a lovely little face, hasn't he?
From the Mumbles, like Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, hello, Jamie.
Oh, we missed some because it's all skipped.
Gone.
Hang on.
He's gone.
Hello to Jamie. We just
find
missed
Jamie
a couple.
Again. Where's Jamie? Then we know where we are.
Here we go. Peter Brooker was next. Wants a peach bowls with an
Ooh,
olive.
That sounds nice.
Coming your way, Peter.
I don't want the olive in it, though.
Rodney Maskell. He wants a large VAT, vodka and tonic. Yeah. Heather Crow, a Guinness and port, please, landlord.
I'm on the Guinness, darling.
Smock Bob, heard you're doing cocktails. Can I have a slippery shawl?
You can have whatever you want, darling.
There's all sorts of cocktails tomorrow night at the our rude, filthy quiz.
We'll have to take a photo of the menu.
Yeah, we'll
take
a photo of the
isn't there?
Menu. One of the cocktails is called Pan Pies by Cream Pie.
Named after the vloggers, the pies.
And there's, of course, there's Brandy's a Gobbler is one of them.
Sherry loves a Shirley.
And what I think looks lovely is the Fudge Packer.
Mm.
So cocktails tomorrow night for those who are coming. But there'll be chances for you all to come in future because it looks like we've got dates coming up. But Sonia McConaughey, it's too early for the pub in New Zealand. 2025, the World Tour. We'll see you there.
Lovely little Alex has just got in. Hello, darling.
Alex has just got in. He's been most probably trying to...
Oh, it's a great luck on the
Trying to reach for a Wincarnis round Eve Miles' husband's shoulders in the co-op. Mark Mondeum and Pearson.
Hello, dolls. How are you?
He's on his phone because the laptop's gone bananas. Richard Bobbin Stuffer apparently once got touched up by a nun on a tram in Rome.
The naughty nuns.
And he says it's the highlight of his life. Anthony Berry is in.
Hello,
Mr. Berry.
Anthony Berry. Love to you, Mr. Tuppence.
It does a little scroll. As soon as someone new comes in, it does a big old scroll and we miss everyone. Where did we get to? Anthony Berry. Let's have a look. Alan's top's a bit trippy on people's screens.
Oh. Do you want to take
do a little white?
Do you want to take it off?
It's 7:15 in New Zealand. I'd be more than welcome at the motel, and Martin Garton Spence will get Amy to make up a chalet for me. Mark Palmer wants a Chivers Regal and lemonade, please.
Lucasade.
Oh, sorry, Lucasade. And Andrew Storr is here. Andrew Storr follows our nemesis, Melanie, in York, who has the Creation Isolationists.
And what's that pub called?
He's just written it, the Toop and Mule. But so he's popped in here instead. Jay Shaw, he's a cheap date. He's teetotal, so he just wants a cuppa.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with a nice cuppa. Oh.
And Bubbles has popped over to see what's occurring in the snug.
Oh, hello, Shari. Welcome to the snug.
So I don't know what all the chit chat's going on at, but we wanted to chat first of all about. Well, should we go through these?
Yes,
things
I'd just like to say a few little thank yous. From people who've been sending us wonderful books.
Oh, hang on. David Charles, you have to be a follower of our page to comment on Facebook.
Oh.
So if you want to comment on Facebook, you need to be a follower because we changed settings because we were getting trolled.
We were getting filth.
We were getting filth.
Not that we don't mind filth, but not on a Wednesday night. Not in the week in Slingback.
So, some thank yous.
Now, this was given to us as a gift a couple of weeks ago, but I think you'll appreciate it. It's I think perhaps one of the very first Home and Away annuals.
Home and Away annual. You'll notice
Pippa one on it.
Original Pippa. I thought that what's him called? Tom.
Yeah.
I thought Tom got replaced as well, but I might be wrong. But yeah, so original Home and Away annual. So we had fun with this, popping through it. This was a present from
Nibbles and Bubbles.
Nibbles and Bubbles. I'm going to try and find a picture for everyone. You're going to keep talking, Alan.
I'll sing the theme tune if you get a little move on. You know I belong together.
You got to feel. You've got to feel. Someone will be doing this. The floor manager will be doing this to you. Feel.
I'd have put a little bookmark in it.
Oh, I wanted to show you a picture of Vinegar Tits from Cell Block 8.
You seen it?
Yeah, on a little... Was she called Celia?
Well, you look for it and I'll thank the next person. I'd also like to thank, keeping with the soap theme, Joel and Sarah and Elaine, who sent us this as a little Easter present, which is a wonderful book, Coronation Street. There we go, there. See that? And it's the inside story.
Oh, look at
Ina there.
Look at Ina.
And can you see dear? Oh, the
what's going on there?
The love triangle.
Did she have Baldwin?
Where have you been? Where the bloody hell have you been?
Did she really? Back in her way
She
long
did.
hair day? I thought she was married to She was married to the guy that I play in our video.
Even Emily's made the front cover.
Who's the guy that I play in our video that's a bit boppy and got like long hair, was married to Deirdre? Pre-Ken.
Oh, I can't remember what his name is.
But I thought that's who she... Oh, I didn't realise that.
Is it Ray? Ray Langton?
I can't find Vinegar Tits right now, but I'm going to draw all of your attention to this glorious woman who I have no recollection of from Home and Away. But look at them danglers. Polar neck danglers. Obviously...
And look at those earrings as well.
Obviously trying to be a bit Daphne. But yeah, lovely. Thank you, Nibbles and Bubbles. Thank you, Joel and the gang.
And then today, our good chum Andrew Orme, who just recently sent me the Pat Coombs book, which I'm reading and loving. He sent us this, which is the Cynthia Payne Entertaining at Home. And he sent us a lovely letter. He said, I don't know whether you watch Personal Services. I've seen it about 300 times.
We went out with Martin and Stephen recently, from the House of S&M, and you and Martin were just quoting, quote about Personal Services.
I love it.
I think Martin took us into the kitchens, and Alan looked around it and went,
"Mess, a nice mess."
It wasn't a mess. It was clean as a whistle.
Clean.
Yeah, but look at them. So it's 101 party hints from Cynthia Payne.
So thanks, guys, for those. And also thanks to all you lovely people who've been sending us tips. I think we did a little thank you the other day, didn't we?
Yes, yeah, thank you, everyone. If you want to send us a tip, that's the address. Every penny and pound is appreciated. You can use the QR code. And look where your beautiful tips have gone. You're going to see a bit of my messy room, but look at that.
So that beauty.
So Brandy Cobbler's wig. We've been working on this for a few days.
So it's actually 2 weeks. And we've attached the wig on top. And she's also got some padding to give her a little bit of a beehive.
Yeah, so it's...
And she's got a body of curls.
So it's called a stacked wig. So yeah, we've stacked her up and pimped her up. So yeah, thank you to everyone who's donated.
And also a quick thank you to Jason Rigby, who sent us some wonderful Harry Hill DVDs.
Yes,
Which we are so pleased
TV
with.
Burp.
Because we love Harry and we love TV Burp. It's our humour. So you hit the nail right on the head there, darlings.
We will see you all in a moment because we're going to have a little advert break. And we'll be back after the adverts.
Is your cat getting enough fish? Choosy. Fish for cats.
Cascading waters of the Swale are the scene of this year's British boot fishing finals. We've had a great day's angling. Keep nets are bristling with wellies, sandals, plimsolls and hobnails. Old rivals Pete Wright and Dave Harvey are running neck and neck. Pete's got a bite. Looks like a big one too. Oh dear, it's a fish. 14-pound trout. That'll have to go back. Bad luck. Meanwhile, Dave's got a nibble. Damn, that's made sure of tackle. He's landed a gent size 12 wader. When angling's over, Dave's as particular about his beer as he is about his bait. He appreciates a brew with fine head and good body. He's only happy when he's holding trophy. Trophy best. head and body above the rest. Unlike some people, Dunlop believed different cars need different tyres, so we developed special technology to make high-performance tyres for high-performance cars. Smooth, silent tyres for smooth, silent cars. And a whole family of high-mileage SP4 tyres for family cars. There are those who argue that lots of cars can be driven on the same tyres. At Dunlop, we don't believe their argument stands up too well.
Oh, you. Yeah, you. Look at these Mopod disc pads from only $3.40 at Halfords.
Come on, stop rush. There's only $1.75. And this liquid diamond paste is only £2.75. You want the chappie next door?
I got these Ford Champion spark plugs for just $1.99.
Blimey, at those prices, I know where I'm going.
Cut car cost at Alfred's.
Clean gun.
Strong tea.
Strong gun. Feel the SR tingle.
The tingle tells you that Fluoride SR with its own anti-plaque ZCT is working to help protect gum edges where plaque collects.
So get the SR tingle for healthy teeth and gums.
Whenever you rent or buy a video, you need to be sure that the film you choose is suitable for the audience at home. To help you, there are certificates given to films which tell you broadly what the film is like. This film has been classified 18, which means it's for adults only. It's an offence for your shop to supply an 18 video to anyone under that age, so don't ask them to break the law. An 18 film will certainly have an adult theme and might well contain strong scenes of sex or violence, which could be quite graphic. It may also contain some very explicit language, which will frequently mean sexual swear words. Video certificates are there to give you the chance to make an informed choice. They allow you to have peace of mind and be entertained. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the film.
Sexual swear words. Welcome back. Are we going to have sexual swear words in this little section?
I hope not. I'm not planning any.
We sometimes do.
They play tomorrow night.
It's just Dave said chode. So let's have a look. Anyone messages that we've missed?
I think Neil Sandwell popped in to say hello. He's seeing an adult pantomime.
Is he really?
He popped in. Look.
Well, there he is.
He's popped in during the break, but I think we've missed him.
During the intervals, and he's reading the subtitles. We've got live subtitles.
He can't keep away from us, can he?
What we wanted to talk about was...
a couple of things.
Well, a couple of things. What do you want to start with?
Let's talk about celebrity dreams.
Celebrity dreams. So, Alan, I don't ever remember my dreams, but Alan always remembers his dreams in vivid detail. And often his dreams involve celebrities.
I've had a few dreams with Nigella in them, and she doesn't really like me in them. I don't know why. And I've been wanting her to like me, but she was a little bit cool with me. I've had dreams with Alex Polizzi, and they were lovely dreams. We got on quite well. I had a dream about Liza Minnelli a few years back, who was staying in our flat. And she was quite lethargic.
You said she was wearing a sloppy cardi.
Yes, a big cardi. You know, those big sort of knitted slipper boots. And she was watching telly, and she was really moody.
Was she annoying you that she was not?
No, she was. Yeah, it was like 11:30 in the morning.
You wanted Liza to be a bit more.
Yeah,
pizzazz.
and she wanted coffee and stuff, and she was just laying about. But the other night, Monday night, I had a dream that Jamie was good friends with Amanda Holden, and she was a bad influence on you.
You didn't like...
No, well, she didn't like me. She loved you.
Who wouldn't?
And you were going out with her all the time to these big events. I was never invited. And you were getting a little bit cold with me, a bit like, so what, I'm going out with Amanda Holden. So, there you go. So I don't know what the hell that means.
Here she is wants to know if she should phone us.
Oh, yeah, she can pop on.
Here she is. You're always welcome.
Well, you've met a lot of celebrities. Have you had any dreams about them?
So, if here she is wants to phone in, you can. But Cilla Black would like to know if you've ever dreamt about her, Alan.
No, but I'd like to. I love Cilla.
Martin Garton Spence. I once had a very odd dream of being in a supermarket with Ruby Wax working on the fish counter, and Melandra Burrows, Kathy from Emmerdale, was on the tills.
It's nice little workmates, isn't it?
I'd love that supermarket.
Imagine Ruby Wax on the fish counter.
Paul's whispering in the YouTube room.
He's gone quiet. He's gone quiet on us.
It's just Dave has quite a few celeb dreams, disturbing most of them. David Charles wants to know if Nigella's clam flesh was involved.
No, she was. We were sort of hanging out with her, but she wasn't warm. She didn't warm to me.
I'm just setting that up.
Perhaps I was trying too hard in the dream.
Anyone else? Any dreams? Will Venus, I'm not a particularly big fan, but Angela Griffin features in their dreams.
Is that from Corrie?
Yeah, her head was on a plucked chicken, chasing me through an abandoned warehouse.
Oh, Will, what's wrong, love?
Here she is, says he's going to do his hair before he calls us. Josh Sadler says, work have just subscribed to the Calm app for us all, so I now get to hear Shawn Mendes or Harry Styles read me a story to get him off.
And
absolute treat. Yeah, it's Dave says Will might want to talk to Divinity about their dream about Angela Griffin. Pip, I had a repeating dream where a young Danny Dyer kept shaking my hand. Oh, it ended wet. Now, we don't want your naughty celebrity dreams.
Well, no, I don't mind reading them.
Joel Hazley wants to know, are they new glasses, Alan?
Joel, your wig's fallen off.
Brandy's fallen off.
Yeah, they are new glasses, Joel. I've had them about just before Christmas. They're from abroad. Jamie sort of chose them, really, didn't you?
Yeah, I love them.
And I bought like 3 or 4 sets because I had a lovely big pair like this last year. But do you remember during the heat wave? It was during a live event. We were chatting to you guys, and we heard this like crack, and my glass frame cracked, just under one of the eyes there, and it must have been due to the heat in the room and the heat in my face, but it made my my glasses frame crack. Is Brandy okay?
Yeah, can you imagine the weight of this wig? I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to do a proper drag queen
gaffer tape my head tomorrow.
Yeah.
And put that on. Alex Johnson, I try every night to have a dream about Nigella Lawson or Susanna Reid, but it never happens. BG Bear, I used to dream I was in Scooby-Doo and Fred was protecting him from ghosts.
Oh, I also had a dream about RuPaul not long ago, and I was doing some drag, and I bombed. He wasn't impressed at all with me. Oh. So that could be fear, couldn't it, of doing the live event?
Yeah, maybe. Jamie Wright, I once had a dream I lived with the Queen, and then I woke up to reality.
That'd be a nice dream, wouldn't it? Living with the Queen. Because I bet the Queen was a right laugh.
Smock Bob, you'll love this one. I had a dream about the Young Doctors once. Sister Scott told me off.
Can you imagine having a dream about being in an old-fashioned soap opera?
Carrie Louise Kalu says, any tips to dream? I don't seem to sleep long enough to have any dreams.
Smock Bob, did you end up going to like Ada's kiosk? Oh, here she is.
Here she is. Now let me turn her up because my mum said she couldn't hear him last week. Hello, love.
Oh, I'm serious. Hang on, I'm just going to wipe my screen. I'm a bit greasy.
Oh, it's a nice little rugby top, love.
I've got to be careful because you don't half reflect on my screen there.
Oh, I've always got that problem.
Here she is.
Here she is. Now listen, I had a real crush on Freddie from Scooby-Doo.
Did you?
Is he the one with the blonde hair?
I just mentioned that, didn't they?
Well, yeah, with the little blue cravat.
I didn't mind it.
You know it well.
I'd like to have undone that with that for him.
If you played Scooby-Doo at school, here she is. Who would you have been?
I think I'd have been Daphne.
I think we know.
We've seen your legs.
Listen, I've met, haven't I, one of your dream girls.
Polizzi.
Polizzi.
Yes, you have.
She was really scared of me to come on my YouTube channel.
Oh, was she?
But she was fine on my radio show, and suddenly she did say, I'm very glad I've met you because I was really worried about you. Most people are.
Oh, she'd be fab on your bed.
I did put it to her.
You went and you went and stayed at a hotel, didn't you?
We did indeed. It was a very nice hotel, actually.
Well, it better had be.
Can I say? Oh, you know who had stayed in her hotel as well a couple of weeks before was the original hotel inspector, and
Ruth.
she gave her notes. Can you believe that?
Ruth, the cheeky.
Now,
Cheeky hotelier.
have you or Dexter worked with or met the Holden?
She follows me on Insta. I'm trying for her. I have met her, yes.
What's she like? What's she like?
Well, I was with somebody from the papers. I met her at a do, and suddenly, as I introduced her, you just saw her clam up. So it didn't go well. But she seemed. I think she'd be our sort of girl, actually, Jamie.
Now, here she is. We've got Darren Bramley watching. What message would you like to send to Lorraine?
Jars? Oh, lovely, Darren. I love him. Can you ask her? Because I've sent her so many times and she said yes, she will. But now it's sort of like radio silent. Can you ask her and just tell her to say no, goodbye, I don't want to do it anymore. Just say, does she still want to do Here She Is? Say you saw this vision last night on YouTube and it was appealing for her. I'm very appealing for you, probably, no doubt, Darren. But if you could do that, I would be eternally grateful, because she did say she was going to come on and then suddenly it's gone very quiet. I also wanted to say this to you too. I always get a little bit of a warm feeling in my tummy when I see you're on, because I am a West End widow. So I'm home with just my dog called Bosley from Charlie's Angels. And so whenever you girls pop up, I feel all warm and happy inside.
Oh, thank you, my lovely.
We love you too, darling.
It's a really lovely, as much as I'm a ripper, it's a really nice thing just to have on, because I'm doing the editing here. Look, I'm very passionate. Look at me, I'm doing editing.
Oh, she's busy.
Oh, she's a working girl.
She's a busy girl, isn't she, at night?
I'm going to live with it.
Oh.
But I've got you on. Excuse the laundry, but there you are. I paused you for now, but she's up. You're big.
Oh, we're on the big telly.
Oh.
And so it's lovely. And also, all the best tomorrow for your little gig or whatever it is you're doing.
All right, my love. We shall say goodnight.
Thanks for popping
Thank you,
by.
Darren. Get back to me, please, my sweetheart.
Bye.
Love you, Darren. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
Oh, it's nice to have popping in, wasn't it?
Nice to have. Here she is popping in.
Another little face to see.
Let's have a look. Any more?
Yeah, any more dreams? Weird dreams of celebrities.
Here we go. Heather Crow. I dreamt I was on a bus that rolled backwards down Highgate Hill. The bus was being driven by Reg Varney.
Oh, wow.
Because I was thinking, oh, Heather, you've got the wrong end of the stick. We want a celebrity. And
there's
there was Reg Varney.
Who should be able to drive a bus.
Darren Bramley says he's going to have to get Here She Is into Telly Centre.
Well, she's in London, isn't she?
She's a London boy. Let me have a look over this side, because I've missed loads of messages. Mad Aberfan. I once had one with my gran and Lily Savage doing gossip over the garden fence. The language was irrepeatable, and that was just from my gran. Will Venus's regular dreams are where they are Lady Gaga's wig maker and best friend, and then they wake up sorely disappointed. Caroline Ibbotson says, if you want to have dreams, eat pork before bed for dreams. Or, well, she just says pork before bed. So I don't know if she's...
Any pork product?
I don't know if she's referring to pork or, having a bit of...
Oh, don't...
Sexual
Stop
swear
it.
words, Caroline
Mr.
Ibbotson.
Pie, none of that today. Any pork product, like pork pie?
Simon B says, just the mention of Ada's kiosk has transported him back to childhood.
Because that would be the hub of the hospital, wouldn't it?
It's just Dave was very surprised that Here She Is has got an unbuttoned blouse on live TV.
I think her rugby top looked nice.
She looked butch though, didn't she?
Yeah.
Karen Avey had a dream. I was a lady in waiting for the Queen. I woke her up with Queen, Queen. I was taken aside and reminded that it's your Highness. Lots of people had crushes on Fred. Lots of people saying hello to Here She Is. Alex Johnson, I once dreamt I was stood backstage with my guitar about to go on stage with the Beatles. Oh, I've had lots of those performers' dreams, like performer anxiety dreams, where you're doing a play but you don't know the words, or you're on set for a film and you haven't been given the script.
You walk on stage in front of hundreds and thousands of people and you've got no knickers on.
Oh, I've not done that. But, well, I got my bits out, didn't I, on stage?
What's that mean? Does anybody know what that means? Sort of, I have those dreams where I'm sort of walking out and
It's like performing anxiety.
I've got no knickers on.
It's like being judged in anxiety. Lots of people loving Freddie from Scooby-Doo.
I did have a dream about Shari. Shari was on a celebrity Strictly dancing.
Shari Gladhill, a.k.a. Bubbles.
Yeah, and she was with Frank Skinner.
Shari had a dream about Anton de Beck that he gave her a filling, and he was a dentist.
He looks like a dentist, doesn't he?
But she said it was very painless, the whole thing. Helen, Dennis Waterman filled my car up with petrol and sang "I Should Be So Good For You" in a dream. I really enjoyed it.
That's a good dream, isn't it?
David Charles lives in Teddington, where they shot On the Buses and the On the Buses movie. The food, Caroline Ibbotson says, not the porking.
You've been rude.
And cheese is a good dream.
Well, Mark's mentioned cheese over here. He's heard that cheese dreams. If you eat cheese before bed, you have strange dreams.
And Bubbles also says that the menopause gives you crazy, vivid dreams. S.G. Turner, I had a dream once that was very Mills and Boons with Henry Cavill, Superman.
Yeah.
Putting the moves on me, and I played hard to get and eventually turned him down. I woke up so annoyed at my dream self.
Oh, I had a saucy dream once with Brad Pitt.
Oh, did you? Because I look so like him.
Yeah, I think so.
Pete Petowski, I don't need to dream living here in Hastings. I went to the pub for my dinner on Easter Sunday, and Sanjay from EastEnders was there questioning an extra G&T on his bill.
There we go. Yeah, I'm sure he can afford to pay an extra G&T.
Pete Petowski, I was looking at music to play in the finale for tonight, and one of the options was the EastEnders cast doing a sort of Cockney knees up. And Sanjay does Leaning on a Lamppost. I think it's Leaning on a Lamppost. And it's him on his own in a suit. And he's really kind of serious. And he's really out of key. So you could have reminded him of that. Jason Darcy wishes that Giovanni from Strictly would give him a filling.
Isn't it strange that you can't... It wouldn't it be great if you could just like plan a dream. Like, tonight I want to dream about... I don't know, you sort of put it in a machine or something. Like, I want this to happen. I want this person to be in it.
Helen Beat says, menopause dreams, you're right. She also has had dreams about Anton de Beck. So maybe he pops up in your menopause dreams. Maybe he's like a menopause a symptom. The de Beck dreams. Simon B. I used to work at a hospital in rural New Zealand, and the hospital cafeteria was the social heart. Also, there was a local bar, Frederick's, and the youngsters would hang out after work.
A bit like
just
bunnies.
Like a soap.
A bit like bunnies and Young Doctors.
Darren B. Met Mrs. B and our daughter Pip in a cafe in Victoria yesterday, and as they went in, Bill Nighy popped out. I don't know if that was a dream or reality.
I think it's reality.
Richard Bob and stuff. I used to dream that King Kong was chasing me and my parents. We sellotaped him to the wall to get away.
I bet that must have been some sellotape.
Tell, because I have scary dreams, don't I? So I wake up like whimpering.
Oh,
but
hey.
Alan's woken up once, and I was at the end of the bed.
He was on the end of the bed with his hands like this on one leg, and your leg was like a little what do they call it, flamingo.
Yeah,
right?
So I was hands and one leg up in the air.
And I said, what's wrong? And he said, there's something in the bed. Was it a beaver?
I think there was a squirrel.
A squirrel. He said, get out of the bed. There's a squirrel in the bed. I said, there isn't. There's no squirrel in the bed, just me.
And I've woken up dreaming that there were pigeons in my pillow. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you have.
But I do. I can scream in my dreams.
Oh, he does. He whimpers.
And I've woken up once. I snore heavily as well. And I was in a hotel in North Dakota, and it was hunting season. So everyone in the hotel had guns, big big guns, and they were walking around with big guns, and there was like meat. There was like where you could take your hunting and your dead animal and like skin it and all that around the hotel. Little me staying there, asking if they had a vegan breakfast. Anyway, I snore heavily, and one morning I woke up with someone hammering on my door. I shit myself, but I think it was because I was snoring. So I just
next door room.
hid and stayed in quiet.
Was it one of those rooms with a sort of door that goes into the next room?
No, but I often stay in hotels with those.
Because you'd hear through that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Lee Ludlow, Anton de Beck dreams are okay as long as you're not dreaming of Anne Widdecombe.
Oh my lord, that's a nightmare, isn't it?
Caroline Ibbotson says she's the same as me. She suffers from nightmares as well, but Dale helps her to sleep better. Yeah, I sometimes won't go to sleep until Alan comes to bed, because Alan's a bit of a night owl and will stay up quite late, and I won't go to bed I'll go to bed, but I'm awake until he comes to bed. And Peggy, we watched a scary movie the other day. If anyone likes scary movies, horror movies, it's called Barbarian, and it's on
no spoilers,
Disney Plus, so no spoilers, but it's a really good film. It's really good. It's weird and scary, but really good. It's worth watching. Anyway, here we go. Tracy Thirsty. When I was in hospital, I was convinced my doctor was Pennywise the Clown. I was terrified. Then he put me on a pill to calm me down, when the pills that I was on were what had made me loopy in the first place.
Oh. I
had like fever dreams when I had a skin disease as a child, and I had like terror dreams where I was this was the time I was watching Laverne and Shirley most mornings, but I used to dream that there was weird like hunchbacks in the room and stuff.
As a kid, I had this dream in this house we lived in that there was this ghost of this old fisherman, like he was sort of like Jacobin or something. I mean, after that dream, I thought he's in the house. And I I couldn't shake it off until he moved. Don't know whether he was or not.
Darren B said, much more rather watch Carry On or an Ealing comedy. Yeah, I would.
Well, horror movie.
Yeah, Alan loves an horror.
Oh, I do.
You like sort of beautiful horrors as well, don't you?
Yeah, I love artistic horrors, like
arty ones.
Like what's his name? Oh, I can't remember.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
No, I like
Grand Guignol.
That's him.
Grand Guignol. He likes those. That guy. What's that guy?
Yeah, that. I like all his.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
We look like pies.
Yep.
Don't look.
But I love all the old classics like the Amicus films and the Hammers, and I was talking to the boys one about Hammer House of Horror.
Yeah.
Things that twist your mind when you're a kid.
Darren Bramley, have you ever had an out-of-body experience? I've been looking down on myself lying in a bed whilst I'm floating above it.
Oh, baby.
I have never.
Oh, no.
Have you?
No.
Mark Palmer has just popped up. I think Mark Palmer is with
it's Samantha
Dalton. Yeah, Samantha's fiance.
He just said that he had.
Don't watch Sinister. You'll never use an iMac again.
I think it's Mark who just wrote earlier on that he had a crush on his teacher, who looked like Anne Robinson.
I can see Samantha's a bit Anne Robinson.
Mark
Palmer says, Theatre of Blood, amazing.
Yes, the old one with Vincent Price.
We were talking about Theatre of Blood with Nibbles and Bubbles, I think, just the other day.
Yeah.
And we went to see it at the stage show. Alan got me tickets for my birthday back in 2004, 5, something like that. Jim Broadbent.
So
and
cleverly done.
I can never remember her name.
Oh.
Diana Rigg's daughter.
Diana Rigg's
I can't remember what her name is. Playing Diana Rigg's.
It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great.
They popped up all around the theatre.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Another dream of Will Venus. Will Venus's dreams are great.
Will Venus.
Finding a crab in the bottom drawer with the head of a Chinese lady.
There's a lot of these dreams in there where there's like heads of people on
I think
animals.
Will Venus, because Will's a lot younger than us, I think. I think Will Venus might have been a bit traumatised by that scene in Toy Story where the little boy from next door kind of makes like creatures out of Cindy dolls and gives them like spider legs and stuff.
Perhaps Will did that. Perhaps he sort of Frankenstein toys together.
Pete Potofsky, You don't even need to ask this question. Pete Potofsky says, Alan, do you like the Joan Collins 1970s horror where she gets impregnated by a dwarf in a strip show and gives birth to the devil?
Is it called I Do Not Want to Be Born?
Her husband is the man from Dear John.
Is that I Don't Want to Be Born?
It was Rachel Sterling is the name, yeah.
Also, the Joan Collins story in an Amicus film where a boyfriend falls in love with a tree. He brings a tree home and he falls in love with it.
Joan Collins is in a film in the 70s called Island of the Ants. I think it's called Island of the Ants. And she's a bit of a spoilt socialite. And at one point she goes, I don't care anymore. I'm going this way. And she marches off down a little sandy path and this big ant gets her. Jay Shaw, as well as a lightweight, I'm easily scared, so I can't do horror films. However, Pan's Labyrinth is beautiful. That's the sort of horror film you like, isn't it? Really beautiful ones.
Yeah. But you like a horror movie, but then before bed you have to watch something like quaint, don't you?
Well, I don't really like horror movies. I don't like monster horror movies. I don't really like gore. But I like I find the most scary things are kind of serial killery, like the monster next door. That's the most terrifying to me is the fact that the person next door could have his daughter tied up in a basement. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing where you don't know what's going on over the garden fence.
And I'm sure there's like sort of people who live in their houses and they're like, oh my god, I think there's two men next door that like dress as different people. I can see them in the garden doing different things.
That's us. Gabrielle Chassé, a great psychological horror film is Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte.
Yes.
Starring Bette Davis and Olivia de Havilland.
It was meant to be Joan Crawford, wasn't it?
Live from Krakow, Richard Bobbin-Stuffer tells us it's Empire of the Ants. I thought it was Empire of the Ants, but I said Island.
And Leslie said Orphan's a good horror movie. It is, isn't it?
Nibbles and Bubbles made a horror film at Scarborough Castle with their theatre company, Banana Drama.
We need to see that, don't we?
Helen Beat would like to know, what's the horrid Joan Collins film with the scary Father Christmas?
That's The Vault of Horror, I think.
The Vault of Horror. It's one of the ones where there's lots of short stories, I think.
Yep.
And it was... The whole scene was redone in one of the recent American Horror Stories.
Yeah, with her in it, wasn't it? Well, she was in the story.
We're running out of time with our... We've woven a web around from dreams into horror stories, which wasn't what we were going to talk about tonight, but that's what these
discussions are like.
There is not going to be a Wig and Slingback next Wednesday
Where are
night.
you?
I am going to be in Kristiansand in Norway. So I go there on Saturday and I come back on Thursday.
But we might pop up next weekend.
Yeah, we might pop up next weekend.
Ad hoc.
But also, we might get a date soon. Let me have a look at my calendar. I can't open it.
Our quiz.
For our quiz, yeah.
Because we'd like to do the quiz that we're doing tomorrow night for you guys. Because I think you'd love it. It's fun.
So, let's have a gander. So, when are we doing... Oh, I'm back then. Maybe... the last weekend of April. So the last weekend of April is got a bank holiday Monday. So we could do maybe Friday night, Saturday night or Sunday night. Maybe Saturday night. I don't know. But one of those, the last weekend of April, we might do our filthy quiz online here. And it won't be us presenting it. So it'll be Sherry and Brandy. So you'll see the big heavy wig that's going to fall off again. So yeah, it might be Sherry and Brandy will present it.
Yes, it is Tales of the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt.
Helen, it's Tales from the Crypt. So yeah, we do our filthy quiz here on a Wednesday. Obviously, we would love if you could. We're not going to sell tickets for the quiz online, but we'll be asking for tips. Which, of course, won't make her very happy.
Leslie said she's really pleased you're going away and send my love to her family there.
Yeah, Leslie Ann Lynch's family's in Kristiansand, would you believe it? So I'm there next week, so we won't be doing a video this weekend, and we won't be live next Wednesday, but we'll try and pop up next weekend, a little impromptu Wigan Slingback night.
And thank you for all the love that you've had for our range of vlogging clips.
Yeah, the
from
pies. So it's easy for us to dress up and do a bulk load of pies and get them. So I'm glad you're enjoying it as much as you are. Some people have said, "Oh, please do the other character. We love these characters," but we're like, well, at least like this one, and then say do something else.
If we did the quiz, all those Sherry and Brandy fans will see us do the quiz.
Stuart Cahoon, Lee Ludlow and I were in Benidorm. Oh, so Stuart Cahoon going to isolation, I think, is Lee Ludlow's partner.
Oh yeah, I think they told us a funny story that Rosie, they've got 3 dogs, and so they sent a photo of the 3 dogs, and they're all in little beds, and he calls them what do you call them? Alarms in their chargers. Oh. Like, and he said that I can't remember. I think it might be Stuart that's Irish. So the dogs, when they're getting told off, it's best if they can hear the Irish accent. Is that right, boys? I think so.
Dave is off. Dave says, "I've got to go, dolls. The landscapers are working outside and they've just took their shirts off." So
it's a Coke moment.
Diet Coke moment. So we'll play our finale because it's about 9 o'clock. We'll be back on the other side of this for a cheeky little lock-in. Thank you to everyone for joining us tonight, and we'll see you on t'other side of the finale. I hope you enjoy this one. I found it today and it made me chuckle.
To which mother?
It's just part of the fun of this unique competition. The exciting mother-daughter pageant is about to begin, and you're going to have a wonderful time, or my name isn't Bert Park. From Broward County, Florida, with 3,000 hours of sunshine, 35,000 boats, 300 miles of waterways, 23 miles of beach, and one beautiful ocean belonging to fabulous Greater Fort Lauderdale. Welcome to the 1986 Mother-Daughter Pageant, the grand finale of a year-long search for mothers and daughters who excel in their personal and community achievements, intelligence, personality, beauty, and charm. 27 mother and daughter teams from all across the USA will compete for the title, the honor, and a spectacular array of prizes. Tonight, they've all come to the Parker Playhouse in Fort Lauderdale hoping to win. And here they are, in dresses by All That Jazz, the beautiful candidates in the Mother-Daughter Pageant of 1986.
bet that was a nightmare to organise, do you?
Do you reckon there was so much like
little cliques, little groups.
competition?
Especially that little group at the front that were doing that. I bet they were a bit cocky that day. They've asked us to do the stuff at the front.
Did people hear who may have made their dresses?
No.
You might have missed it because Alan went to the loo. All That Jazz.
The wrap over dresses, weren't
Dresses by All That Jazz.
And some were coming out when they were in like white light, and some were in like, sort of like yellow lemon light, weren't they?
After that, they all introduced themselves. So it was like a toss-up between them introduce themselves or the song and dance number.
And do you think it's like a sort of school production where they're all asked to get their own dress?
No, I think All That Jazz brings like 80 dresses for them.
And 80 pairs of white heels.
Yeah. Burt Parks. I don't know who Burt Parks is.
That scary man at the beginning.
Simon B says it's like The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark Hall said the singing's better than Silla's.
Oh.
Helen Beat, I don't know if you're still here, and I hope you are still here and you've not gone to bed yet. And that the beauty pageant didn't scare you off to bed. But we would just like to say, Helen Beat, for next week.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Helen birthday to ya.
So, Helen Beat, happy birthday for next week. We're sorry we won't be Wigan slingbacking, but I guess if it's your birthday, you wouldn't be here anyway. You'd be out in Hull enjoying yourselves. Have you seen? I showed you this in Hull. In Hull for £12.50, you can go for 90 minutes crisp buffet. Every type of crisp you'd want in 90 minutes, and you get provided with bread and butter and sauces, so you can make crisp sandwiches.
Well, I love a crisp sandwich. Any of you guys out there like a crisp sandwich? Is there a sort of variant you like? A certain flavour?
Put your glass up your nose, you're falling down.
My favourite crisp sandwich is white bread. Possibly...
Like proper white bread.
Yeah.
Like rough white bread.
Not seeded bread.
Not a bloomer.
Not a roll. I could do that. I could do like a bread roll.
But not like a white tiger bloomer.
No. You know, pappy bread.
Square.
Pressed down. The crisps have to sort of like stick into the bread so they don't come flying out. But I also like a cheese slice in there or some dairy leaf.
Nibbles and Bubbles. I love a crisp sandwich. Got to be cheese and onion on white sliced bread.
A girl after my own heart. Yeah, cheese and onion's the best.
Richard Bobbin Stuffer, have a lovely time in Krakow. And take photos of nuns for us.
And Nibbles has popped in. He also loves a crisp sandwich.
I'd see anyone. Alan loves it rough, says Jason Darcy.
I do love it rough, darling.
What would my crisp sandwich be like?
It must be a croissant with French fries in it. You know, there's French fries.
La Huit de France.
Walker's French fries in it.
They're not posh crisps, are they? What would be the poshest crisps? It would be like vegetable crisps, wouldn't it?
Vegetable crisps, beetroot and sweet potato.
I was at a party once, and my boss's wife started eating the potpourri in front of me because she thought it was vegetable crisps. We didn't let on. Cheap white bread, a slither of butter and cheese and onion Walkers, says Will Venus.
Yeah.
David Moore says cheese and onion on Council Estate white bread.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pete Petoski says, oh yeah, cheese and onion every time. Golden Wonder from the cheap shop. And Helen's still here for she's just seen a happy birthday. And her friend Olga has been to that buffet and said you get to take home the leftover crisps.
Well, yeah, they'll go damp, won't they?
Summer agrees, cheese and onion and white bread. Simon B says luncheon meat with salt and vinegar crisps and salad cream.
Oh, that sounds nice. I've not had luncheon meat for years, but I can tell that would be...
SG Turner says cheese and onion squares. Square crisps.
Square crisps?
Caroline Ibbotson says Dale loves a crisp sandwich or a chip shop fish sandwich. Nibbles and Bubbles says it would be a ciabatta for me with kettle crisps.
Exactly, yeah. But something like that, wouldn't it?
NP says
A baguette.
Jamie would have a Tyrrell's crisp sandwich. My mum and dad might be in. Did we used to have crisp sandwiches, mum and dad? Let me know. I think we know the answer. I don't think we had a crisp sandwich at the school picnic where I took my china cup and saucer.
Oh Oh, no.
But that was like buffet food.
But not crisp sandwiches, would it?
I think it was like sort of, where you have a sandwich and it's cut in three strips rather than two. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like what they call
like
it, the
three
American
rectangles.
Ones. What's the Americans called? Club sandwich?
No, not 3 bits of bread. You have a regular sandwich, so maybe cheese spread and cucumber.
Leslie
but
said,
instead of cutting it into 2 rectangles, you cut it in 3 finger rectangles.
Yeah. Tomato sauce flavoured crisps, white bread and salad cream.
Alex Clark says any meat-based crisp.
Yes, a good strong beef and onion.
Jason Brett says, I love a What's-It sandwich. Carrie Louise says, I don't put crisps in sandwich, but I love dunking ready salted crisps in hot chocolate.
Well, salted chocolate, salted caramel, so no, that works.
7 Network wonders, can you still get discos? You can. One of my favourite types of crisps. David Charles, cheese and onion with Maggi mushroom sauce on white bread. I don't know what Maggi mushroom sauce is. Must be a London thing.
I know. Is it like a Maggi as in the brand Maggi? I tell you what I used to love, I don't think you can get me anymore, is like a big bag of beef flavour hula hoops.
Beef hula hoops are nice.
Not the little bags, or like a big TV bag. I'd be just there all night.
Simon B says his granny Eileen loved a tomato sauce sandwich.
I like tomato ketchup.
Probably the week after next might be a granny special.
Yeah, we've got plans for that.
Because we were going to talk about grannies and grandpas tonight, but we'll do granny special 2 weeks' time. We might get you all to send in pictures of your grannies and nanas, and we can share them.
So there's a lot of love for white bread, cheese and onion, butter and cheese.
Well, there's some new ones. Lee Ludlow.
I am really keen. I really like the idea of some of these new ones.
Lee Ludlow, a packet of What's-It's in pita bread. Call it a What's-It kebab. Karen Avey says spaghetti bolognese sauce in a baguette. Nibbles and Bubbles said someone used Monster Munch on MasterChef yesterday.
Okay. I don't mind Monster Munch, but you only get 4 in a bag now.
BG Bear, I used to eat pea and tomato sauce sandwiches when we had a restaurant as a kid. Time to run, says Darren B. Safe trip, Alan. Safe trip, Jamie. Alan, keep dry. He's got a date with Christine Lampard in the morning. And then the Loose Women's.
Oh, he works on 2 programmes.
Scylla says our Alan is a crisp connoisseur. Will Venus says crisps aren't the same nowadays because all the bad good stuff's been taken out of them.
Do you remember the ones with little salt packets?
Salt and shake. Do you remember they did that with flavours as well?
You see, I like it when we go abroad and we go to a little supermarket in Greece or Spain.
Get oregano crisps.
Oh, and you get a big bag like that, the size of a pillow. Oh, well. And over here you get a little bag with like 8 in it. Ooh.
Filippo Giacomo says he had a sausage roll sandwich today. Now, Filippo Giacomo's from Wigan, and I've always talked about a Wigan butty, haven't I? Wigan butty is a pasty and a barm cake.
You can just put a meat pie in a cake, can't you?
Leslie Ann Lynch is the woman after my heart there. Pickled beetroot on white bread. I love that. Pickled beetroot and cheese in a sandwich. Mark Palmer. I love that Mark Palmer's popping up. Worcester sauce, French fries.
Yes.
But would you have them in bread?
But they're lovely. I remember them. I quite like Worcester sauce flavoured things. I think they had some crisps, didn't they? But for like a limited edition.
Martin Garton Spence. My mum eats garlic sausage and banana sandwiches.
Oh wow.
That's a bit of an odd. I mean, although I make a banana ketchup, don't I, when I'm feeling posh?
Yeah, you do. We've got some brown bananas that need using up.
Yeah, make a little ketchup out of them. Stuart Cahoon, cheese and onion crisp, good old mighty white bread. Caroline says, do you remember hedgehog flavoured crisps?
Well, I saw a packet on a Facebook memory the other day.
Do you not remember them?
Well, they weren't proper hedgehog, weren't they?
No, but people thought they were. Tracy 30, I like barbecue Pringles in bread. Tracy 30, Pringles over here have shot up in price.
Double the price. And they're sort of just made out of not mashed potato, but crunched up potato, aren't they?
David Charles has got a date with Carol Royale next week. Do you know who Carol Royale is? I don't know who Carol Royale is, David Charles. But I like that you've got a date with her.
Does she like crisp sandwiches?
David Charles, Mark and Alex. David Charles has been in an S4C drama. We were talking about S4C dramas last week with them, like Probably Come, and he was in an S4C drama, but he doesn't speak Welsh. So I don't know how he got through that little loophole. I think, but he was the only English speaker, I think, in the whole series.
Mark said Samantha enjoys him popping up too. Dirty.
Karen Avey says, "What's a butty?" Also a sarnie. Butty is a sandwich, so like a chip butty.
Oh,
it's,
chip butty.
It's bread.
Oh.
Bread. It's a sandwich.
There was one thing that Nigella did on a programme, and she got those like massive
a wrap.
A wrap, but not a little tiny flimsy wrap, but from a baker's.
Proper sort of Turkish big wrap.
And she smothered it in hummus, and then went to the chippy, and put chips on it, and was it lemon juice?
Hummus, chips, lemon juice, salt.
And wrapped it up.
And
she
then said,
apply to face. And we tried it, didn't we? And it was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. Really good. David Charles, okay, he was a serial killer in A470 and English speaker M. I don't know what that
in the Welsh drama.
Carol Royale was in Life After George, but it doesn't help us. We don't know what that is.
Caroline Ibbotson said Pringles are $1.25 with Nectar points at Sainsbury's. There you go.
They're dead expensive, but I don't think I've got Nectar points. Do you have to use your Nectar points, or is it just if you've got a club card? Chris Perinder's getting back to work. We will see you tomorrow night, Chris.
Yeah, see you tomorrow night.
In a different guise. We will be Sherry and Brandy.
We'll be saying hello to you.
But we are going to try and get loads of people to take photos and videos and stuff of our show.
Our shenanigans.
Mark Hall says, "Don't get me started on the A470." But he means the road, not the TV show.
Not the drama.
Karen Ibbotson says it's like souvlaki, guys. When we were on our was it on our honeymoon? It might not be on our honeymoon, but one of our holidays in Santorini in Greece, we found this little place run by a boy and his old dad, and the boy looked a bit like Russell Brand.
Yeah.
And the dad was kind of this old Greek, looked
Greek.
like Captain Haddock from
he was always forever chopping
Tintin.
He was always chopping up lamb shanks, wasn't he?
And it looked dead rough, this place. No one really went in there apart from us. And you used to get a pint of Mythos in chilled glasses
From the freezer.
And a souvlaki. But because you were a meat eater then, were you? Or did you have what I had?
No, but I liked what they had. No, I think I did eat meat then.
Yeah, Alan had proper souvlaki, and I had... they did me a veggie one, and it was chips and feta in a wrap, and it was like €2 for the pint and the souvlaki.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was lovely. We stayed there a lot. Just if you've got a club card, I might pop down to Tesco's then and get some Pringles. I'm missing lots of your comments. I'm sorry, but they do whiz by so fast. The questions come in from Leslie Ann Lynch. Is Poblicum still on in Wales? Poblicum is still on, I think. Jason Rigby says it's over 8,000 episodes now.
I think I had a friend who was in it years and years ago. And
Poblicum?
Yeah, and she died in a car crash while wearing grey slacks.
Your friend was big in Casualty, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, and he was in Heartbeat.
Alan's friend, Jonathan?
Jonathan Kerrigan.
Jonathan Kerrigan. And what did you do with him in college?
We did a play about feasting.
Did you do something?
I was a panto dame, and I had egg whisks on my breasts.
Working.
Yeah. So the play, we were doing a play. We were acting, talking, singing. But while we're doing that, we were preparing a meal for the audience.
And you used your boobs
and
to
I was
make
whisking
to make
cream.
whipped cream.
Of course, the audience were loving that. And John, bless him, wore...
So Jonathan Kerrigan, he was in Casualty. I remember him in Casualty in the 90s. He had bleach blonde hair, and I think he was a gayer in Casualty.
Yeah, and he was one of the... He was like Nick Berry in Heartbeat for a bit. And he had to wear a jockstrap And one of those things that you put under dresses. What are they called?
Petticoat.
No, it's like a cage.
Oh yeah, like I don't know
Crinoline?
a crinoline might be called,
But
like
it
a
was-
cage.
It was a cage rather than a fabric.
Yeah.
So you could sort of see his little bulge in his buttocks. And I don't know what he had. I don't know what he was making.
But you were whipping cream.
But four of
around
us were
him.
making this meal, and at the end of the play, we then said, "Go out into the courtyard and let's feast."
Leslie Ann Lynch says, I remember Jonathan Kerrigan in Heartbeat. How did you originally meet him, Alan Gibbons?
He was at college with me. He was on a different course.
Alan was at college with the League of Gentlemen.
Not with
No,
not
but
with
just
them.
before, weren't you?
No, they'd
Just
already
after.
gone. They'd gone.
But the same college.
Yeah.
Jamie Wright says, Probably Cum is still on, but he calls it Puddle of Cum. And Alex Clark says, we stopped watching about 2 years ago because it went awful. Alex Clark, I might buy you a little present. So you might have to send me your address because I saw something in a charity shop that I might buy for you. I might have to go back and get it because I didn't buy it.
Also, Alex, if you're listening, I was walking around Scarborough today shopping, and I was listening to Nolene from Sylvania Waters.
No regrets.
On my
What,
music.
listening to that song?
And I thought, am I the only person in Scarborough walking around listening to Nolene from Sylvania Waters?
Alan plays his music dead loud as well, so you can hear it if you're like just walking by him. So sometimes he's listening to Mae West from Sextet.
I listen to the TV themes. The other day was Miss Marple from the BBC. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
You can really clearly hear it.
I've also got a little bit of some tracks from last year's Eurovision.
Have you?
Yeah, so it's, what's her face?
Oh, just our version, our video.
That was that woman I played?
Papa Penguin?
No, the singer from Germany.
Joy Fleming.
Joy Fleming. So I've got
A
Joy.
bridge of love.
Yeah.
From
So she
anywhere.
blurs out. So yeah, I've got some, my iPod's full of weird stuff.
Alex Clark loves the TV theme. Well, you will like our quiz, which is going live tomorrow. So think of us tomorrow from about 7 p.m.
This time tomorrow we'll be doing the answers, and
if you follow the House Haus of S&M in Scarborough, which is the venue we're using, we'll probably be live on their Instagram feed tomorrow night. So you might see little flashes of us there. So follow them, follow us on Instagram to see any little bits. Like we said, we've been talking with the SJT today, Stephen Joseph Theatre, and we have potentially 3 dates this year.
Yeah, and one next year.
And one next year coming up. So keep your peepers peeled. And hopefully the quiz is going to be like a monthly thing as well. So think of us. Cilla Black says she'll be thinking of us in spirit. David Charles says he also lives around the corner from the houses used as a frontage for Love Thy Neighbour.
Oh, really?
And George and Mildred lived in Teddington, didn't they?
That was Hampton Wick, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the houses are mostly Teddington,
Similar,
aren't they?
yeah.
Alex Johnson, I used to wear a Walkman on the bus to college. I've now got roaring tinnitus, so don't wear earphones, Alan.
It's too late now, but...
Jason Darcy says, please be a date that I'm free, fingers crossed. Well, we hope so, Jason, because we would love to do like something with you after.
That idea, Jason, you had about playing some disco of TV themes afterwards was an amazing idea. I'd love that to happen.
But we're in talks with the theatre, so fingers crossed we're going to get some dates this year. But yeah, think of us tomorrow because we'll be doing the quiz. And hopefully we'll be having a little lock-in afterwards. So for Nibbles and Bubbles and the Sandwells, we'll see you for a drink afterwards. All right, my loves. Mr. Darcy entertains. George and Mildred are Hampton Wick, which is 800 years away from David Charles. Well, thank you, my loves. The wig is going to have to be pretty much sewn onto my head. Will Venus...
Yes, any tips?
How do I keep a massively heavy wig on my head so it doesn't fall backwards? I think I'm just lots of pins here, but I don't have any hair to pin it to.
I think gaffer tape around your head.
Yeah, I think it's going to be gaffer tape around my head. Wig cap, gaffer tape, pins.
Thank you, Mark. Mark would love our our quiz, wouldn't it?
Oh, you'd love our quiz. We don't want to spoil any of the things we're doing, but
we want to do the quiz for you guys as well, so we're hopefully going to try and do that end of April, yeah?
Yeah. 800 yards away from David Charles is George and Mildred's house.
Oh,
800
wow.
years.
That's not far then, is it?
Nibbles and Shari can help me with my wig. It's not about carrying it to the venue. It's about it staying on my head.
Yeah, we don't want it flying off, do we?
Coral Daft sadly can't be there, but good luck, guys. Thank you, Coral. So, yeah, we've got 49 likes, I think, on YouTube at the moment. So, click a thumbs up. Mark Palmer, I'm there for the quiz. So, the virtual quiz, we will hopefully see you back here in a few weeks for the virtual quiz. But we'll see you soon, everyone. I don't know what I've got lined up for now.
For au revoir.
Yeah. We'll end with a bit of Sue Pollard saying Happy Easter to everyone. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, loves.
So we'll hopefully see you next weekend sometime?
Yeah. We'll see you. Not next Wednesday, but the weekend after. All right, loves. Bye.
Have a great time. Have a great week.
Happy Easter, Alan and Jamie. I hope you have the most marvellous time. And why shouldn't you? Stuff yourself with as much chocolate as possible and then be sick. And on that note, I'm going into my cabet. Hi-de-hi!
Day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray.